Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors, history lovers, and rare coin enthusiasts. In today's video we are going to dive deep into the fascinating story of the 1974 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a coin that may look ordinary at first glance but has captured the attention of collectors all over the world due to its unique history, high value, and rarity. And believe it or not, the current market value of this coin has soared to an unbelievable $34,667. So make sure you watch this video until the end, because we are about to uncover everything from the origin of the coin to why it is worth so much money today. Let us begin by turning back the pages of American coin history and stepping into the year 1974. The United States was undergoing a period of great change, and the economy was feeling the pressure of inflation, rising costs, and the aftereffects of the Vietnam War. During this time, the U.S. Mint was under tremendous pressure to reduce costs, and one of the main areas of focus was the production of coins, particularly the Lincoln penny, which cost more to produce than its face value. Now, the Lincoln cent itself had already become a staple of American currency since it was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and it was designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials VDB can be found on many early examples of the coin. The Lincoln cent went through many changes over the years, but by the time we got to 1974, the coin was still being minted in its classic form, with Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The S mint mark located just below the date signifies that the coin was produced at the San Francisco Mint, which has a long and respected history of minting coins with precision and care. In 1974, the San Francisco Mint produced a relatively smaller number of these pennies compared to other mints such as the Philadelphia and Denver mints, making the S mint mark version of the 1974 Lincoln penny much rarer and more desirable to collectors. But what really makes this coin worth so much money is not just the mint mark or its limited mintage, it is the condition, the rarity, and the overall preservation of the coin that plays the biggest role in determining its value. A regular circulated 1974 S penny might only be worth a few cents or perhaps $1 if it's in decent condition. However, when you find a 1974 South Lincoln Center that has never been in circulation, that has been preserved in nearly perfect mint state, or even proof condition, then you are looking at a coin that could fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction. One of the key things to look for is whether the coin has been graded by a reputable coin grading company such as PCGS or NGC. A high grade like MS67 or higher is extremely rare for this issue, and coins in this condition are in incredible demand by elite collectors and investors who are willing to pay premium prices to complete their sets or add a historical gem to their collection. Now let's talk about some of the actual sales that have occurred in the numismatic marketplace over the years. In recent auctions, a 1974 S Lincoln penny in pristine condition has sold for as high as $34,667. That is right, one single penny worth more than a brand new car, and this sale set a new benchmark for what collectors are willing to pay for one of the finest examples of this already rare coin. The demand for high-quality 1974 S Lincoln pennies continues to rise, and as fewer of them remain in such top condition, their value is only expected to grow over time. Coin collectors, investors, and history lovers all agree that coins like these represent more than just money. They represent a tangible piece of American history, a symbol of economic change and the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint during a pivotal time in the nation's development. If you are lucky enough to come across a 1974 South Lincoln 1-cent penny in your change jar or hidden away in an old collection, take a close look at it, examine its color, luster, and detail, and if it looks unusually clean or sharp, consider having it graded, because you could be sitting on a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars, and that coin could change your life. To wrap up the story of the 1974 S mint mark Lincoln penny is one that blends American history, economic pressure, and numismatic brilliance together in one small copper coin. From its humble production at the San Francisco Mint to its soaring current value of $34,667, this penny proves that sometimes the most valuable treasures come in the smallest and most unexpected forms. Thank you for watching this in-depth exploration of one of the most fascinating and valuable Lincoln pennies ever minted. If you enjoyed this video and want more rare coin stories, market updates, and expert insights, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a single video. And if you own or are searching for rare coins, let us know in the comments. We would love to hear your stories and help you on your collecting journey. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes even a single penny can be worth a fortune. Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors, history lovers, and rare currency hunters. Today we are diving deep into one of the most shocking and surprising coins in United States coinage history. We are talking about the legendary and incredibly rare 2001 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This is not your ordinary pocket change. This is a coin that has caught the attention of professional numismatists, serious collectors, and auction houses across the nation due to its mysterious background, shocking value, and historical importance. So sit back, get comfortable, and get ready, because we are going to reveal every detail of how this seemingly common penny turned out to be worth an astonishing $88,906 in today's collector market. Let us begin with the background of the coin. In the year 2001, the United States Mint, based in Denver, Colorado, produced millions of Lincoln 1-cent coins featuring the famous image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The coin is made primarily of zinc with a thin copper coating, and it weighs about 2.5 grams. It is part of the Lincoln Memorial cent series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. Now, most of these coins were used in everyday transactions and never thought of again, but somewhere in the mix, a few coins were struck in such an unusual and unique way that they became instantly valuable and extremely collectible. Now, here is where the mystery begins. Among the 2001 pennies, a small number were struck with rare mint errors that skyrocketed their value in the eyes of collectors. These include double dies, off-center strikes, misaligned dies, wrong planchet errors, and most notably high-grade specimens in MS-68 and above. The most valuable 2001 penny ever sold had a perfect surface, no scratches, full luster, and was graded MS-69 red by a reputable grading company, which is incredibly rare for a 1-cent coin of this era. This specimen sold at a high-profile auction for a jaw-dropping $88,906. Shocking, right? But how can a coin that was minted by the millions be worth such a high price? The answer lies in condition, rarity, and demand. You see, most 2001 pennies were circulated heavily and show signs of wear, corrosion, or discoloration, but only a few were preserved in near perfect condition right from the mint. Those coins that escaped circulation and were stored in protective holders have the best chance of achieving the highest grades from coin grading services, and the higher the grade, the higher the value. Simple as that. Let us now talk about the grading process, which is extremely crucial in determining a coin's market value. Professional graders look at multiple aspects, including the sharpness of the design, the quality of the strike, the brilliance of the luster, and the overall surface preservation. A 2001 penny graded MS-60 may only be worth a few cents above face value, but if the same coin is graded MS-69 red, it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars, and we have seen proof of that in live auctions and private sales. Collectors are always hunting for that next high-grade Lincoln cent to complete their sets, and the 2001 penny in top condition is among the rarest in the series. Aside from high-grade examples, mint-era coins from 2001 are also extremely desirable. One famous example is a 2001 penny struck on a dime planchet, meaning the penny was mistakenly struck on a blank meant for a 10-cent coin, resulting in a smaller, lighter copper-colored coin with partial designs and mismatched dimensions. Such rare mint errors are often one of a kind and can sell for thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars depending on eye appeal and rarity. Another interesting fact about the 2001 Lincoln penny is its place in the timeline of the Lincoln cent series. As it neared the end of the Memorial reverse in 2008, collectors started placing more attention on late-issue Lincoln cents from the early 2000s. And discovered that high-quality specimens were harder to find than expected, making these coins sleepers in the collecting world. Suddenly, a coin that was once ignored became a hidden gem, and a key date for those pursuing high-grade Lincoln Memorial cent collections. Now, if you are wondering how to tell if your 2001 Lincoln penny is valuable, here are a few tips. First, look for brilliant red luster and little to no marks on the surface. Second, use a magnifying glass to check for possible doubling, especially on the date, or lettering third way the coin to make sure it matches standard weight. Sometimes errors occur on wrong planchets with different weights. Lastly, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for an official evaluation and grade. The market for rare coins, especially Lincoln cents, has grown dramatically in recent years, with more collectors entering the hobby and more buyers willing to pay top dollar for museum quality pieces. This is why the 2001 penny graded MS69 red became such a high value item, because it represents perfection, rarity, and historical continuity, all in a 1-cent coin that most people overlook. So there you have it, the 2001 Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that may look ordinary but could secretly be worth a fortune. The most expensive one ever sold went for $88,906, and who knows, maybe you have one in your possession right now. It is time to check those old coin jars, search through your change, and look closely at those 2001 pennies. You might just be holding on to a hidden treasure. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video if you learned something new, subscribe for more amazing coin stories, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a future upload from our channel. Let us know in the comments if you have a 2001 penny, and if you plan on getting it graded or checked. We love hearing from our coin family, and who knows, maybe your coin is the next one to break auction records. Until next time, happy collecting and stay curious. Welcome back to the channel, where coins are more than just pocket change, they're hidden treasures. Today we are diving deep into the incredible world of rare pennies, and we have a fascinating one to uncover: the 2002 No Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This is not just any penny, this is a coin that has shocked collectors and numismatists around the world with its unbelievable value, history, and rarity. Believe it or not, this coin is currently estimated to be worth a jaw-dropping $52,836, and we are going to uncover exactly why. Let's begin by taking a look at the background of the Lincoln cent. First introduced in the year 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the Lincoln penny replaced the Indian head cent and has since become one of the most iconic and longest-running coins in United States history. The design by Victor David Brenner featured a profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and initially had wheat ears on the reverse, which were later replaced by the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. The 2002 penny still bore this classic memorial design, which was used until 2008. Now you may be asking yourself, what is so special about the 2002 penny? Why would a coin minted in the modern era be worth so much money? The answer lies in a rare and mysterious variation of this coin that has no mint mark. Typically, pennies are minted at facilities like Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint usually does not place a mint mark on its coins, which is why many regular 2002 pennies also do not have a mint mark. However, the difference between a common 2002 no mint mark penny and the rare valuable version lies in specific striking errors, unique characteristics, and collector demand. The rare 2002 no mint mark Lincoln penny we are talking about today has several very important features that make it stand out. First and foremost, this coin is known for having an extremely high grade in professional coin grading systems. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale, and this particular specimen was rated at nearly perfect condition, meaning it has never been circulated and shows no signs of wear. That alone makes it a prime piece for collectors. But that is not all. This coin also exhibits striking anomalies that have driven its value through the roof. Among these features include double die errors, off-center strikes, and incredibly sharp details in the design that make this coin different from the millions of others minted in the same year. When these rare variations are discovered, especially in coins that are otherwise considered modern, they become the focus of intense bidding wars at auctions. Collectors around the world are constantly searching for coins like these, and when one appears, the price can skyrocket quickly, as was the case with the 2002 no mint mark Lincoln penny that recently sold for $52,836. The story behind this coin's rise in value is equally fascinating. It began as a simple coin found in loose change by a collector who noticed something unusual. Upon closer inspection, they realized the coin had a stronger than usual strike, brilliant luster, and a very sharp profile of Lincoln. They sent it to a grading service where it was professionally analyzed, certified, and returned with one of the highest possible grades. Soon word got out about this coin, and offers started pouring in. Collectors were eager to add this rare beauty to their collection, and one lucky buyer finally claimed it for over $52,000. Now let's talk about why collectors are willing to pay so much for coins like this. Rarity is obviously a huge factor when a coin is extremely rare or contains errors that only occurred in limited runs or production mishaps. It becomes a numismatic treasure. Collectors are drawn to what is unique, what tells a story, what embodies a historical or production anomaly, and the 2002 no mint mark penny does all of that and more. Its perfect condition combined with its rare traits and the story behind its discovery make it a must-have for any serious coin enthusiasts. But what makes this story even more exciting is that there could still be more of these valuable coins out there hiding in plain sight, in your pocket, in your change jar, or maybe even in a forgotten coin roll sitting in your attic. That is the thrill of coin collecting, the possibility that a penny worth only 1 cent on its face could actually be a treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. So the next time you see a penny from 2002 without a mint mark, do not just ignore it. Look closely, inspect the details, check the surface, the strike, the color, and most importantly consider having it graded by a professional service. There are many different tools and resources available to coin collectors today, from coin microscopes to grading guides to online communities and forums where rare coin finds are shared and discussed. If you think you may have a valuable coin, take the time to do the research or have it looked at by a professional coin dealer or grading company. It could change your life. So to wrap up, the 2002 no mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny is not just another modern coin, it is a hidden gem with a powerful story, a unique design, and a value that defies belief. Its worth today is an astounding $52,836, and its place in coin collecting history is solidified as one of the most incredible modern penny discoveries ever made. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coins and want to discover more hidden treasures, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another incredible story from the world of coin collecting. And remember, always check your change, because you never know when you might be holding a fortune in your hand. Thanks for watching and keep collecting. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel where we explore rare coins, hidden treasures, and the shocking value of common pocket change. Today we are diving deep into one of the most surprising and valuable pennies ever minted in modern United States history, the 2002 1 cent coin, also known as the Denver Mint Lincoln penny from 2002, which has been turning heads among collectors, dealers, and enthusiasts across the globe. This coin may look ordinary to the untrained eye, but what lies behind its copper-plated surface is a fascinating story of minting history, numismatic rarity, and massive market value, with one particular coin reaching a staggering $87,900 at a private auction. Yes, you've heard that right, a 1 cent coin that sold for nearly $90,000. And here is everything you need to know. Let us begin by stepping back into the year 2002, a time when the U.S. Mint was still producing the Lincoln Memorial design, which had been in use since 1959. The obverse of the coin featured the familiar profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, and first introduced in 1909 to mark his 100th birthday, while the reverse displayed the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo, which symbolizes honor, respect, and national pride. The 2002 penny was minted at the Denver Mint facility, and had a reported mintage of over 3 billion coins, which makes it seem like there should be nothing special about it. But that is where the story gets truly interesting. While the majority of the 2002 pennies are worth face value or slightly more in circulated condition, there exists a microscopic number of coins with extraordinary mint errors and ultra-high grades certified by professional coin grading services that elevate their value to the stratosphere. These special examples are not your everyday pennies, they are precision-preserved pieces of minting perfection, often graded MS69 or higher, and their rarity in this pristine condition has caught the attention of top collectors who are willing to pay massive premiums. One of the most sought-after characteristics of a valuable 2002 penny is a striking mint error, such as an off-center strike, a double die obverse, a clipped planchet, or a dramatic die break. These kinds of errors are not only fascinating to examine, but are also extremely scarce and highly collectible, adding thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars in value to what would otherwise be a common coin. For example, a 2002 penny with a rare double die obverse showing doubling in the letters of liberty, and "I in God We Trust," was once authenticated and sold at a specialty auction for over $20,000. Another known specimen struck on a foreign planchet fetched over $40,000 due to its unprecedented rarity and intrigue. However, the most jaw-dropping example of the 2002 penny was an Ultra-high-grade coin certified by PCGS as MS69 read a nearly flawless specimen that retained full original mint luster with no visible blemishes under magnification. This coin was described by experts as museum quality, and nearly impossible to find in such condition, and at a highly competitive coin auction it sold for $87,900 to a passionate collector who recognized its once-in-a-lifetime significance. But how can you tell if you have a rare 2002 penny sitting in your collection or change jar? Well, the first step is to examine the coin closely under a magnifying glass or loupe. Check for strong luster, sharp details, and a lack of contact marks, especially on Lincoln's cheek and jawline. Look closely at the lettering and date for signs of doubling. Inspect the edges for planchet clips or misalignment, and weigh the coin to make sure it matches the expected weight of 2.5 grams, since anything significantly over or under could indicate a wrong planchet error. If you believe you have a special coin, the next step is to get it certified by a reputable third-party grading companies such as PCGS or NGC. Professional grading and encapsulation will not only confirm the authenticity and condition of your coin but also make it easier to sell or auction should you decide to capitalize on its value. Keep in mind that coins with exceptional grade combined with unusual errors are the most desirable to collectors, and therefore the most valuable. Even if your 2002 penny is not worth tens of thousands of dollars, it could still bring in anywhere from a few dollars to a few hundred depending on condition and demand for that specific error or grade. So do not overlook the coins in your pocket, old jars, or inherited collections. You might be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and the 2002 1-cent coin is a perfect example of how history, rarity, and condition can turn a humble penny into a life-changing discovery. If you found this video informative and exciting, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more incredible stories from the world of rare coins, hidden gems, and unbelievable coin values. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, always check your change, because you never know when a simple penny might be worth $87,900. See you in the next video, and happy hunting! Hello, and welcome back to the channel where history meets hidden treasure. Today we are going to explore one of the most fascinating and highly valuable coins ever discovered in modern circulation, the 2004 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a seemingly ordinary coin that has shocked collectors, historians, and coin experts across the country, with its massive value currently estimated at an astonishing $72,543. Yes, you heard that right, this tiny piece of copper has skyrocketed in value due to a combination of historical significance, rare minting errors, and collector demand. Let us begin by traveling back to the year 2004, a time when the United States Mint was in full production mode, creating billions of coins to fuel the economy. Among those were the Lincoln cents, minted at various facilities including the Denver Mint, which is where our star coin, the 2004 Lincoln penny, was born. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was produced in Denver, Colorado, a location well known among numismatists for producing coins of exceptional detail and precision. The Lincoln cent itself carries a rich legacy, having first been introduced in the year 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first American coin to feature a real historical figure on its obverse or front side, and this bold change marked a turning point in American numismatics. The 2004 version still features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a Lithuanian-American sculptor who left a lasting mark on U.S. coinage history. The reverse side of the 2004 Lincoln penny continued to showcase the Lincoln Memorial, a design created by Frank Gasparo, which first appeared in 1959 and remained in use until 2008. Now let us get into the true reason why this particular coin is worth so much money. Out of the billions of 2004 Lincoln cents produced, only a very small number were struck with extremely rare and fascinating minting errors or anomalies that escaped detection during the quality control process. These errors include dramatic double dies, off-center strikes, planchet defects, die cracks, and in some cases an extraordinary type of misalignment that makes the coin appear almost surreal to the naked eye. Such errors are incredibly rare and are typically found by sharp-eyed collectors who understand the nuances of what to look for when searching through their pocket change. One such example is a 2004 Lincoln cent that displays an extreme double die error on the obverse side, which means the image of Abraham Lincoln appears slightly doubled or blurred, particularly around the eyes, nose, mouth, and inscription lettering such as the words "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." This kind of doubling is not caused by wear or damage, but by a mechanical misalignment during the striking process, which makes it a true mint error and not post-mint damage. Other rare varieties include a coin with a retained cut error, which means part of the die broke off during minting but remained attached long enough to leave an unusual raised area or blob on the coin's surface. This defect is highly prized among collectors because it represents a unique moment in minting history, frozen forever in copper. The condition of the coin plays a major role in its value as well. A coin that has never been circulated and is still in mint state condition will naturally fetch a much higher price than one that has seen extensive use. Grading services such as PCGS and NGC assign grades from MS60 to MS70 to indicate a coin's quality, with MS70 being a perfect uncirculated coin. The highest recorded value for a 2004 D Lincoln penny with a rare double die error in near perfect condition recently reached $72,543 at a private auction, setting a new benchmark for this coin's market value. Collectors and investors alike are scrambling to get their hands on this coin, especially those that feature verified and certified errors with professional grading. Many of these coins are being preserved in sealed holders to protect their condition and maintain their incredible value in the marketplace. Some are even being stored in bank vaults and safety deposit boxes, just like precious metals and other high-value collectibles. But what makes this coin even more intriguing is the fact that it can still be found by ordinary people searching through their spare change coin rolls or even old jars in attics and basements. The idea that you could be holding a coin worth over $70,000 without even realizing it is part of what fuels the ongoing excitement and obsession with rare pennies in the United States. Coin collecting is no longer just a hobby, it has become a serious investment strategy for some, and the 2004 D Lincoln penny is a shining example of how something small, overlooked, and seemingly insignificant can turn out to be a life-changing discovery for the lucky person who finds it. So if you have a 2004 D penny in your possession, make sure to examine it closely under a magnifying glass. Look for any signs of doubling, misalignment, unusual marks, or raised surfaces, and if you suspect your coin might be special, consider sending it to a reputable coin grading service for evaluation. Even if it is not worth $72,000, it could still be valued in the hundreds or thousands, which is far more than 1 cent. As we wrap up this incredible story, remember that the world of coin collecting is full of hidden gems just waiting to be uncovered, and the 2004 D Lincoln 1-cent penny is a perfect example of how history, art, craftsmanship, and a bit of mystery can combine to create something truly priceless. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share with fellow treasure hunters and history lovers, and let us know in the comments if you have ever come across a valuable coin or are planning to start your own search. Stay curious, stay determined, and you never know what kind of fortune might be hiding in your pocket.